Let's move to Houston, where there's no trouble at all for the Rockets. They hammered the Nets in Brooklyn today behind James Harden's 12th triple-double of the season, Scotty. Every starter scored in double figures, so is anyone still surprised this team is so good? James Harden has some thoughts.
I knew we were going to be good just because the chemistry we were building was pretty early. But the way we're playing right now is so unselfish, and guys are, having fun. And I think that's the most important thing. You're having fun, playing, for each other. No matter which guy messes up and makes a mistake, because it's going to happen. But as we move on to the next play, it makes it a lot more, like I said, easy for me and for everybody else.
Scotty, Jimmy Harden and the Rockets are now 32-11 on the season. That's good for third best record in the Western Conference behind the San Antonio Spurs and the Golden State Warriors. They got the triple-double from Harden, 24 from Eric Gordon off the bench. Trevor Ariza tipped in 23. This game, mind you, featured the most three-point field goal attempts in the history of an NBA game that lasted just the regulation 48 minutes. Both teams chucked it 44 times from downtown. We know that's how Houston's going to play. And Brooklyn likes to get up and down. They don't play defense, but they'll get up and down the floor with you. 137 is what Houston put on the board today in a 25-point victory. Should we be surprised that the Rockets are this good and are beating teams by 25 while scoring 137?
Keep in mind, they won by 25 against a basement dweller.
This is a bad Brooklyn team.
All right, so, and they're going to shoot, on average, by the end of the year, about 35 perimeter shots a game. But that's what they are.
Yeah.
I mean, Morey brought in guys, particularly the two sharpshooters from New Orleans. So you get Eric Gordon, you get Ryan Anderson. It took a while. When you bring in two guys that are getting a lot of money, and you're making James Harden your point guard, but he's never really been the true point guard before, it's going to take time. And now it's clicked. I think that the parlance of the NBA for the last 2 years and probably the next 3 or 4 years is, in the East, do you have enough to beat Cleveland? And in the West, do you have enough to take out either San Antonio or Golden State? Houston is the only team so far in the commentary of the 16-17 season that has entered the conversation saying, wow, I think that they could dent one of the, not just dent, they could beat one of these two other teams in the West, and then if they got there, the Cavs in a 7-game series. They need to keep doing what they're doing. They've created an identity. They just can't swerve from that. What Harden is able to give them, you don't have anywhere else, in my opinion, including Russell Westbrook, because look at their records. And I think Oklahoma City probably has more weapons, particularly in the front court and defensively. They just know what they're doing. They're going to have to ride it out. They will have to beat Golden State or San Antonio by chucking 35 three-pointers a game.
That's what they do best, and it's led them to a 32-11 record. Don't be surprised that the Rockets winning all these games. They have shown all year long a sample size that is now better than 50% of the schedule that they are the real deal and a legit threat to the big dogs, not only in the West, but Cleveland in the East as well.